So we'll move right on to item number 11, which is to receive the annual report from the Redevelopment Advisory Board.
Robert Rico, I'm the current chair of the report, and Mark Sullivan will have our PowerPoint up in a minute, and I will be happy to bring you up to date on what we've tried to accomplish, what we've accomplished, and what we feel our goals should be going forward. Honorable Mayor, honorable council members, Redevelopment Committee. The members of our committee, myself as chair, Harry Costa, Ed Hoff, Marina Kaiser, Dan Drazula. We had 2 positions that we lost during the year. Michael Salazar is our council representative, and he has attended 2 or 3 of our meetings and has listened to us, has offered us some answers, and taken some of our questions. And Mark Sullivan is our city staff. We meet the 3rd Wednesday of every other month at 6:30 in City Hall, and like all of the city committees, the meetings are open if residents want to come and ask specific questions. Purpose is to provide public oversight of redevelopment in San Bruno and to annually review how redevelopment activities have advanced the goals of the San Bruno redevelopment plan. A couple of the activities during the year, we had 2 of our members participate on, and still participating on, the Transit Corridor Plan Steering Committee. We reviewed redevelopment activities such as a number of facade improvement programs, mainly on San Mateo Avenue. And as I said before, we had 2 members that had to leave the committee. One had a meeting conflict. Just to touch base on what you've heard before, there is a threat to redevelopment. We supported efforts to protect redevelopment, which is threatened by Assembly Bills AB 26 and 27. AB 26 eliminates redevelopment agencies, and AB 27 allows agencies to continue if they agree to make additional payments to the state. As chairman of the committee, I signed a letter. We wrote a letter opposing both AB 26 and 27, sent it to our local legislators and the governor on behalf of the citizens of San Bruno. There is currently a lawsuit was filed to overturn the bill because they violate Proposition 22 in the state constitution. We are waiting for more input on that. There's legal arguments for and against the lawsuit have been filed with the Supreme Court. There's no final decision there, and the Supreme Court expects to decide the case in January 2012 before the proposed first payment is due. So there's a lot of answers that we as the committee and obviously the city is still looking for. Just to recap a little bit, a couple of the facade programs that we were involved in. Don Pico's at 461 El Camino as a new facade. St. Vincent de Paul further down on El Camino, and the currently vacant restaurant on San Mateo Avenue has a current new facade. Current facade projects that are in progress: Cleo's Bazillion Steakhouse on San Mateo Avenue. There's a coin laundry going in at 560 San Mateo Avenue. Across the street, what used to be the dry cleaner on that side of the street, 535, is working on facade improvement, as is Never Too Latte at 486 San Mateo Avenue. Completed in 2011 is the Acapelica Apartments, 163 units at the crossings. The Archstone Luxury Collection, which is 187 units, and out on the El Camino frontage is Jack's Restaurant, which I personally have eaten at 2 or 3 times, and I think it is a big benefit to the area and should offer some good opportunity. We also have the Transit Corridor EIR draft was released in October. There's a 45-day public comment period through November 2011. The Planning Commission update and opportunities for the public comment to the draft EIR is available, and they can offer their input through November. This is you can go to www.planbruno.org to see the full draft plan and the draft EIR to get all the specifics on the website. And I believe there is a hard copy in the library for those that do not have internet access. Our goals are obviously to stay informed about the various lawsuits relative to AB 26 and 27 that have their impacts on San Bruno, to continue to review redevelopment activities and provide feedback to the redevelopment agency, also to apply feedback to the community, assist with the completion of the transit corridor plan, and continue to inform residents about redevelopment and its benefits to the community. I would be happy to try to take questions or take questions back to the committee or to staff.
Okay. Any questions of Mr. Rico? Comments? Ken?
Uncle Bob,
Yes.
What's the two vacancies first? Can you answer to those as to how important it is that we get those filled?
I think we really need to wait, and along with you, and see what the state is going to do, and I think that will give you guidance on how you want to task us. If you give us a lot to do, obviously the full complement would be more beneficial to the city. If our tasks are going to be cut down, you may want to make a different decision.
Okay. My question is, I know it's such a really important part of this community for the last 10 years, and going forward. Is there a lot of outreach or awareness with the residential community that's in the redevelopment area?
Yes, the part of the farmers market, Mark Sullivan and I manned two different booths, two different Sunday weekends for farmers market, and we had a number of individuals come up and look at the plan. One gentleman said that he owned the building, a particular building, but it was rented out, and he just thought that this plan was going to come in and take his building out, and he was really concerned. He spent a lot of time talking to Mark and looking at the various drawings and the concepts. We put out that it was all conceptual right now, that there had been no decisions made that this particular property is going to have this on it, or we're going to take what's there and do something else with it. We had a number of individuals stop by both of those 2 weekends that had a one-on-one, and I think went away feeling better that the city wasn't just going to demand something or not take the public input. Mark took real good notes, and I'm sure he felt, and he can obviously speak to this if he wants, that it was very productive, and it was very good outreach.
Great, thank you.
Good. Anyone else? Just to you and the rest of the board, as I always tell you, boards, commissions, and committees are the lifeblood of this city. We just couldn't do it. It's all volunteer, and people that are watching just don't realize how important it is and how much time individuals put in. So redevelopment has turned this town around quite a bit. We have,
Thank you. I will share it with our
at the
rest
crossing alone, I mean, we had nothing there now, and we have 1,063 units and some more retail to come. So that's just the crossing. It doesn't include, Tanforan and all the other things that have happened. So we really appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.